Sabi naman ni Kian Lafortesa, paano po papatunayan ng Senate na may leak nga? Kasi kung wala po, parang pointless naman na pag-usapan pa ito sa Senate. Tama po kayo, Kian Lafortesa. Sabi nga ng government, no, through the PDEA chief, no such documents exist. They are spurious and fake documents. They are legally non-existent. So, walang pwedeng makapag-authenticate. Kahit si Morales, kahit sabi niya na totoo, totoo talagang siya yung nag-prepare, siya yung pumirma, and then he made entries doon base sa information given to him by the so-called confidential agent, hindi naman niya maipakita yung actual document talaga. Yung actual document, yung document na hawak-hawak ni Maharlika na pinakita niya online, if I get it right, parang photocopy lang din yun of a supposed original document. And then in this day and age, meron na tayong artificial intelligence, anything can happen, no? Pwedeng mag-imbento ng dokumento na that looks like a real document. So, we cannot really be certain kung talagang totoong document yun. Kung talagang may leak talaga sa mga documents na ito galing sa PDEA, it raises concerns daw not only on the veracity of the document but also on the confidentiality of the document, security of the document, and data privacy. So ang purpose talaga ng Senate hearing kanina was to determine kung meron ba tayong sapat na batas na magko-cover sa ganitong sitwasyon. Dalawang batas, no, ang pwedeng gamitin to make the persons who leak these documents, assuming na talagang existent documents ito, they can be held liable under Section 7 of RA 6713, particularly Section 7, Paragraph C. Sabi dito, Section 7, Prohibited Acts and Transactions. Section C, Disclosure and or misuse of confidential information. Sabi dito, public officials and employees shall not use or divulge confidential or classified information officially known to them by reason of their office and not made available to the public, either number one, to further their private interests or give undue advantage to anyone, or number two, to prejudice the public interest. So pasok na pasok dito. Kung meron mang talagang PDEA document na na-leak, yung sinasabi ni Maharlika na authority to operate at saka pre-operation report, allegedly linking the president to illegal drugs. So, kung sino mang opisyal ng PDEA ang nag-leak nito, kasi sila lang yung may access, he can be held liable under Section 7, Paragraph C of RA 6713. Kasi nga, makikita natin, ang purpose dito is to bolster the accusation by the Duterte camp na involved si President Marcos sa drugs. Yan lang ang nakikita kong motivation bakit ito lumabas. Although I'm not saying, I'm not defending the president, I am not also against the Duterte camp, sinasabi ko lang na most likely ito yung purpose kung talagang mang sinadyang i-leak ito. And then pwede din silang maging liable for RA 3019, the so-called Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, particularly Section 3, letter K. Pasok din sila dito, no? Section 3, letter K. Ano bang violation dito? Section 3, corrupt practices of public officers. In addition to acts or omissions of public officers already penalized by existing law, the following shall constitute corrupt practices of any public officer and are hereby declared to be unlawful. Marami itong corrupt practices na nakalista: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, H, I, J, K. Letter K, dito pasok. Divulging valuable information of a confidential character acquired by his office or by him on account of his official position to unauthorized persons, or releasing such information in advance of its authorized release date. So, pasok na pasok dito, no, yung mga PDEA officials na nag-leak, naglabas ng dokumentong ito na hindi naman dapat ilabas kasi it contains sensitive personal information. And then pwede rin silang maging liable for violation of the Data Privacy Act. Tatlong batas na, no? RA 6713 Section 7C, RA 3019 Section 3K, and then Data Privacy Act. I think it's found in Section 31 or 32. Section 31 refers to malicious disclosure and Section 32 refers to unauthorized disclosure. Sabi dito, any personal information controller or personal information processor or any of its officials, employees, etc., who with malice or in bad faith discloses unwarranted or false information relative to any personal information or personal sensitive information obtained by him or her shall be subject to imprisonment ranging from 1 year and 6 months to 5 years. Tapos meron ding unauthorized disclosure. Tatlong batas, no, ang pwedeng gamitin to make these persons liable kung talagang merong unauthorized access and leak of such sensitive personal information. So, to answer your question, City, yes, tama lang, no, na mag-conduct ng Senate hearing kasi malalaman natin kung may kulang bang batas o may sapat na bang batas na magko-cover sa ganyang sitwasyon.